States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The emergency evacuation and health notification. In case of emergency, there are two main exits out of the media center. They are located to the right and left side of the media center through the set of double doors. Proceed to follow the exit signs to the exit doorways. There are restrooms located outside the media center through either side of the double doors. Public comment sheet for notification is here, and please speak at the podium and state your address if you do speak. Agenda item number 4 is consent agenda items, approval of meeting minutes, approval of open minutes from the September 18th, 2025 school committee meeting. 4.2, approval of bills, regular bills totaling $164,067.28, and B, direct checks from September 13th, 2025 to September 26th, 2025, totaling $67,406.03. 4.3, approval of homeschooling, which none at this time.
Motion to approve consent agenda items.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Yes. High school student representatives report. Unfortunately, there is not a student representative this evening. So number 6, we're going to discuss, review, and approve the fiscal year 26 budget transfers.
Motion to approve FY 26 budget transfers.
Second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Against? The ayes have it. 7, discuss, approve advertising fees for the Boyle project.
Thank you, Ms. Sala. In front of you and in your portal, you have a draft copy of guidelines so that we can begin advertising content for any of the athletic fields, including the athletic complex, and just again, in general terms, what content it may include, what can't. This mirrors what's in the policy that was already passed by the school committee. In terms of duration of the advertising, we're looking for, although this proposal, this draft allows for 1-year increments, looking for ideally 3 to 5 for most of the areas. Fees will be set based on the type of sign, the size, as well as the contract length. You'll also see on this draft a location for advertisements, certainly within the Boyle Athletic Field Complex, as well as the Pleasant View basketball courts. It also includes the digital sign that is not yet up, that will be at the beginning of the high school entrance in terms of a permanent plaque. And on the last page is the committee's proposed advertising rates for different terms, and also looking at different sizes and the locations.
So this is just a discussion item, so if we have any questions about the proposal.
Just had a few questions. Does the language still allow, I mean, we kind of picked on them as an example, like Mars Barn. The language still is accommodating to them, other businesses in the area that...
Yes. So what you voted on for the policy is in effect, so
Okay.
yes, it is.
And a couple of things with the proposed rates and locations. The larger signs for a greater amount, do we have like a definitive size and definitive amount yet?
So what we're looking at is certainly the different sizes from our vendors for those that are on the fencing. The largest sign is going to be on the scoreboard, so we do have to get up there and measure both the front and the back, and that will be probably the most prominent.
And even just like the fencing, you know, inside and outside of the Boyle fencing?
That's correct.
Yeah. So are we gonna, on the second reading, will we have?
Before this goes out, yes, so hopefully all of the measurements will be complete, and then this way we can also plug in some other amounts based on those sizes.
And who's gonna install these? Are we gonna do that internally?
We would do that internally.
And my last question, any thoughts to expanding this to like tennis courts, baseball, softball fences, shot put, javelin areas, things of that nature? Or is it gonna kind of be determined on, you know, the need?
Well, I think the more we can do on this, hopefully will cover, especially with our policy, any of our athletic fields or facilities, and even this one references courts.
Gotcha.
So agreed, and again, any revenue that comes in goes into school committee's UCOA line for the renovation or replacement of the athletic field. So it goes right back into ensuring that these are safe and attractive areas.
Just looking at the Boyle fencing outside, I feel like maybe outside near the road should be more money. That seems like a hot commodity type of item, like Pleasant View's prime location, prime real estate. If maybe boosting that up a little more, we could make more money there. Another thing that I thought of was the digital sign being permanent at only $10,000, but a scoreboard $25,000 for 5 years. I don't know if there's a way to make a digital sign 3 years or a way to up that even more, because that is going to be another huge thing I'm going to do.
So good point. Here was the thought behind that is it would actually be a plaque that would be placed on that because of the size and how it is. So that's why it became, the only way really to do that for that sign is to do a permanent sign. And again, not using the digital component to do advertising because we're not sure that that would be allowed, but a plaque would be.
So maybe boosting that, if it's a plaque that has to be there permanently, like maybe making it, that seems like a permanent sign, that should be worth some money. I don't know.
It depends on the size of it too, right?
Right, depends on the size, but
If it's not
yeah, I mean,
going
if
to
this
draw
small
more
one
attention,
doesn't
because
get
it's recessed off of the main road, so we need to make sure it has quite a bit of visibility.
I think those are the only two things, but good point with the tennis courts and the baseball, softball. Our softball field definitely needs some work, so if we can get some money to put into softball not only here, but at Gallagher, that would be.
So what if I take the suggestions that were made, bring this back at the next meeting? By then we'll also have some of the measurements for the larger areas.
Measurements would be great, and then in addition, what is our advertisement plan for the advertisements? So in order to get the advertisements, we need to be reaching out to local businesses. We may have to spend some money with an Avenue Observer and other things to promote the fact that we are now accepting this. We've never done this, to my knowledge, in the past, right? I know smaller groups within the school have done it around some of the sporting areas, but we should have a good communication plan outlined on how we're going to advertise this.
So I can share that with you. So our team has a communication plan, and certainly it's not only direct, but also sending out letters as well. So I'm happy to share that with the committee.
Just a suggestion, as a local business owner who does things like this often, usually when things come to me in the mail, it doesn't always end up closing the loop, but if you could gather like emails of local businesses, including like a link to purchase, like those are so, like I just do that right away, almost thoughtlessly. So I think that would be a good strategy too, if you're able to get a contact for some businesses.
It's a great idea.
Any other discussions? Okay. Next, communications, a copy of new hire resignations in the district, none at this time. And B, a copy of the fiscal year budget transfers. And 9, the superintendent's report.
Thank you. I have a number of items. Certainly, I want to thank our custodians and maintenance staff on National Custodians Day today. It's thanks to them that we have learning environments that are clean for all students and staff, that necessary repairs, that they are safe, and that these are done very quickly. Our custodians and maintenance are part of our team that helps all of us at the school, so big thanks to them. I also want to recognize Yom Kippur, the Jewish Day of Atonement, which began at sundown yesterday and is observed today. Last Friday was the National Honor Society induction held at Smithfield High School. It was really a wonderful student-led event. I want to thank the organizers, particularly NHS President Marvin Laguerre, and congratulations to all 44 of the students who were inducted based on meeting the 4 pillars of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. As you know, and if we had our student rep here today, this is homecoming week. The game is Friday night at 7 p.m. right here on our Boyle Athletic Field. Homecoming dance is on Saturday, so there's certainly a lot of excitement around it. Earlier today, I believe it was today, the high school also brought back one of their traditions, which was the activities fair and a quick parade of all clubs and extra activities. So I was really happy that that generated certainly a lot of interest for students, and again, that ensuring that students feel inclusive. Tomorrow is the PEP assembly during the last period of the day. I also want to welcome our new high school principal, Kristen Ward. I want to thank the committee members who were part of that process, whether being at the forums or on the interview committees. Kristen began this week and has integrated extremely well into the school. She comes to us with a very strong background as a teacher, administrator, instructional leader. Most recently, she was an assistant principal in the Cranston School District and was highly involved at Cranston East and surrounding schools for over 20 years. Her superintendent and principal both spoke extremely highly of her. Kristen was chosen through, as you know, a very extensive interview process, first with a very large committee of stakeholders, then with 3 forums that occurred right here at the high school, a student panel of 30, faculty and staff members numbering 80, community members about 20. She will be at the next school committee meeting to be officially introduced. Also have some other wonderful news. Yesterday I was at a briefing with the Commissioner of Education and other superintendents. At the next meeting of the school committee, Lisa will be presenting our assessment report. This is based on the 2025 assessments. As you know, RICAS is during the winter time, as well as the PSAT and SAT. So in the district, both ELA and math RICAS scores increased. We made significant gains, particularly in ELA at each of our levels. Really, I want to highlight one school in particular, Old County Road School. The gains that were made there year over year are extremely significant. The ELA rate rose over 15% from last year. So over almost 53% of the students are proficient. That certainly is much higher than the state average, and as we'll show you next week, regionally is extremely high. Our math increased by 8.6% as well at that school. So certainly a lot of hard work is occurring. We'll go much more deeply about each of the score reports, but I'm really proud of the hard work and some of the changes that we made that are really raising our profile, certainly statewide with our assessments.
Thank you.
And that's it, thank you.
Public forum? Have to check. How about items for future agendas? Anything? Okay. Next, we will consider and vote on motion to convene executive session pursuant to Rhode Island General Laws 42-46-5A, matters pertaining to legal advice pertaining to bus contract and discussions related to a prospective business when an open meeting would have a detrimental effect on the interest of the public in accordance with open meeting Rhode Island General Laws 42-46-5A2 and 42-46-5A6. A separate matter has been removed from this agenda. Okay, we will have to do by motion, so Mr. LeBlanc?
Aye.
Ms. Hogan?
I have a motion.
Oh, sorry, thank you.
Motion to convene executive session.
Thank you. And Mr. Hogan. I'm sorry, Ms. Hogan.